Yes, guys, hello and welcome back to the Spurs-related YouTube channel and podcast. I hope everyone's doing very well on this Thursday evening. Today, we have got another transfers update video for you guys, and we can actually bring one to you. It's been a little while, but we've got plenty of transfer news. We've also got some video analysis to bring you of Tottenham's potential new signing, an Argentinian striker that we will also get into at the end of the video. And we have got all the latest updates and to do with Tottenham Hotspur news. Today, I am joined alongside Andre of SpursRelated all the way from Canada and Wacko Jacko from Wacko Jacko land. Lads, how are we doing? We start with Andre.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm glad that things are starting to get moving again. I was getting bored. I was getting anxious because it felt like we were going to end the window that the way that I've gotten used to, which is that Tottenham does absolutely nothing. However, lots of stuff are starting to align, so I like it.
Yep, absolutely. The stars are aligning. Our squad's coming together. My meltdown has simmered down. And we've also got Jack. Jack, how are you doing?
I'm so glad, James, to have such a flattering presenter introduce me as Wacko Jacko on probably every stream. But I tell you what, wow, what an introduction. Maybe I'll have to come up with my own one soon. But no, James, I'm doing well. I can't believe Spurs have finally got some new information and we may be making more than one signing. Can you believe it? Maybe even more than one centre-half and a backup striker with a lot of potential. So we've got a lot to talk about and I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got 4 or 5 talking points. And like I said, we are going to do some video analysis in this video as well. And Andre's going to give the rundown on that news so you guys can get hopefully excited. And then we can further convince you that this guy's a good player. But if you guys could do us all a massive, massive favor and smash the thumbs up button below, it's free to do so. Please do subscribe if you're new. We're on the way to 3, 4, 5K, hopefully more. And we would love you guys to join the Spurs Relatable family. And as I said before, there is the membership option down below. Some of you guys have been smashing the memberships, and we've actually got exclusive content and other things to bring you very, very soon, including potentially some giveaways, which Jack and I will be talking about in the next video. But enough of the plugging, because you guys know I hate it, but I have to do it. Over to Andre for the first news story.
Perfect. I mean, what other person are we going to talk about except Van de Ven? Once again, things are heating up, and it looks like Wolfsburg wants something close to 50 million euros. It's kind of interesting to see that, we were talking about something that was 30 million close by or so, but Fabrizio has put out a tweet saying that looks like our package is a little interesting, a little intricate, the way that Daniel likes to do it. I'm sure somewhere in there we'll see that apparently we want increments or something. Nothing's confirmed on that, but apparently there's add-ons included, and we haven't really met what Wolfsburg want. So they're still discussing, but again, personal terms are agreed. He wants Tottenham, we want him, but now it's just a matter of meeting what Wolfsburg want. And I swear, if we mess this up, I'm going to be livid.
Jack, thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, I would not want to make Andre livid. So Spurs need to get this over the line ASAP. I think, like I've said so many times, I think Van de Ven exactly the type of profile defender that we need. The modern day Vertonghen, as I've already said. Let's get it over the line. He's right. We'd all be livid. We would be, because the amount of times we haven't come over the line, we've been so close to signing these stellar centre halves, and we're falling at the last hurdle. And I feel like this one is really a make or break. And for me, I want more than one centre half, but this would be a fantastic step in the right direction, and it'd be something to build on, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've said enough about Van de Ven. I'm pretty excited for him. Let's hope we get over the line. 50 million euros. It looks like, I think, like you said, Andre, like they want 45 plus the add-ons, but to make it more simple, I think I read, they want it to just be 50 million straight up. Will we mess around? Will we say we want to do 40 plus add-ons? Will we say we want to do 45 plus add-ons? Daniel Levy, he will hardball for every single million he can get back. We know that. We know that's a fact. Will that prolong how long it takes? Are we expecting a here we go tomorrow? I've got a weird feeling. I did say Friday. So guys, when we see a here we go tomorrow, you can just remember that James said Friday. But when I'm wrong, you guys can all come and laugh at me. How about that? But listen, We've talked about Van de Ven. As Jack and Andre have just mentioned, we want more centre backs, and apparently we are still in talks with Tapsoba. Is that right, Andre?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It looks like Spurs are preparing a new Tapsoba bid. They haven't given up on him just yet, and they've actually haven't even ruled out if it were to be one or the other. It could be both, and that makes me very happy because we need a complete overhaul of that center back, other than Romero, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of these players need to go, and we got to bring some new, fresh faces in. And I think Tapsoba would be an amazing recruit to bring to our squad. Apparently, they're preparing something close to the 40 million pounds, but they still remain off of what they want. And I heard that it was something close to 50 million weeks ago from tier 2 sources. So it looks like, this one could still take a while, but we'll see.
Jack, thoughts? Do you think we could get Tapsoba and Van de Ven? A lot of the people in the chat will probably be commenting right now saying we're only going to get one or the other. What do you reckon?
Do you know what, James? I really hope it doesn't come down to this, but the truth of it is, well, I actually know. I definitely think we're going to get one. That's for sure. I'm very confident that we're going to seal one of the deals, and we need both. If we're being brutally honest, I've already said in previous videos, we're behind multiple years, really, in our centre-half recruitment. We should have signed these players 3 or 4 years ago. Well, I'm saying not these specific players, these type of calibre of players. But I am worried that we won't sign both, because then you're outlaying around 95 to 100 million on 2 centre halves, and not exactly proven centre halves either. They're both young. They both come with an element of risk, but they also come with high reward. I would love to sign both, but can I see it happening? Probably not. But I tell you what, that would definitely get me on side if Spurs are willing to push the boat out and bring both of these in.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly that. And that would be a statement, right? We say about statement signing. We said about Maddison, that's a statement signing. That statement signing that is then overshadowed by the fact we need defenders and haven't signed even one defender. Hopefully, we're then signing 2 or 3. And I'm including Ashley Phillips in that. Count that if you will. But, at the end of the day, if we did sign Tapsoba and Van de Ven, that would get an awful lot of the fan base back on side that have, a bit like me, just completely lost hope, completely lost, not interest, but I'm losing faith as the days tick by, and we're now 6 days away, 8 days away from playing Brentford. It's like, when are we getting one of these centre-backs in? I mean, we're almost definitely going to be starting with Eric Dyer at the back against Brentford. I mean, that is crazy, right?
Would you say, James, would you say it shows a signal of intent? If we're bringing in Tapsoba and Van de Ven, we're kind of building for the future. We're showing that we don't mind investing under Ange. We really believe in his style of play, and we believe in his philosophy. Because these 2 centre-halves are quick, ball-playing, progressive centre-halves. And these are exactly the profile of players that Ange Postecoglou wants to work under. And if we're willing to spend £100 million on 2 centre-halves, then I really believe this will get the fans back on side. It will get the players believing again. And for the likes of Harry Kane and Son and Maddison, Kulusevski are real world-class players, it will show a signal of intent. And I think you need to get the fans on side, but you need to get the players in believing. Because like you say, we want to win trophies. We want to get back into Europe. And this is what these type of players can bring.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. You're spot on. And a lot of people will be saying, well, if we are spending 100 million on 2 centre-backs, where's that money coming from? And people are hinting, saying maybe Harry Kane's out the door. Maybe we've got that 100 million from Bayern, and that's why suddenly we're active again in the market. I wouldn't read too much into that. I mean, Spurs are classic at, leaving everything to the last minute. A bit like me when I used to do my homework, just leave it to the last minute. A bit like you as well, Jack. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to read too much into that. I know some people watching SpursRelated will probably comment saying, look, guys, the reason why we're going to get 2 is because we're selling Kane. I don't know. I mean, let's see. Let's not speculate. But it's interesting, guys. Van de Ven, Tapsoba, who do you think we'll get? Who would you prefer? Let us know in the comments below. And the secret word, 10 minutes into today's video, is going to be Tapsoba in capital letters. We've had Van de Ven already. Tapsoba's today's. And whack in your comment, would you want Tapsoba as well as Van de Ven? Would you prefer Tapsoba over Van de Ven? Let us know below, and smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Let's get 100 likes. I think we can do it. But, Andre, over to the next one.
Perfect. The next big thing, well, actually a very nice thing that was said today, which is Maddison. He had an interview and he talked about the trophies and how, there's been talks. You've heard it before. Tottenham didn't win any trophies, but he's gone and even said that he wouldn't have joined if he didn't think we could win one. So that's a big statement, and I'm really happy about that. And I think I'm liking that all these players are coming on board, full heart into it, believing in the Ange project.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's complete contrast to, I don't know if you guys saw Danny Murphy on TalkSport this morning talking absolute waffle, saying that James Maddison should have gone to Newcastle. And he basically said that why is he not gone to a European team? He should be playing for a Champions League team like Newcastle. This is Danny Murphy, by the way, that used to play for Tottenham Hotspur. I saw Micky Hazard just absolutely roast him on Twitter. It was brilliant. I don't know if you saw it, Jack, but I mean, James Maddison, top guy. Every time I see him interviewed, I just love it. I think he speaks very well. I think he's articulate. I think he's well spoken, and I think he genuinely doesn't talk rubbish. I think he genuinely talks from his heart, and I love it. I think he's genuinely honest. I think if he, don't get me wrong, he wouldn't, when he was asked, say, I don't think Spurs are going to win a trophy. Of course, it's media trained answer, but at the same time, I genuinely believe that he is bought into this Ange project along with a lot of the newer players. And I think he's genuinely excited to play for Tottenham. Jack, what do you think?
Yeah, I actually watched the full interview, and I've said I really think it's something important that we should talk about today, because what we've been missing is key members around the dressing room, key figureheads, even if it's managers, really showing that they believe in this project and they believe in the Tottenham players around them. And Maddison, one of the things he said is that when he was talking to Postecoglou, he could see himself being a Spurs player. And that's important. He sees himself in that number 10. He can see himself thriving and getting goals and assists. And he also said, when he was getting quite a lot of slack, really, from the TalkSport pundits, one of them was Rory Jennings, who I'm sure most people know probably despises Spurs, if we're being honest, being a Chelsea fan. And he said, like, why did you join Tottenham? Why didn't you join a Tottenham team already in the top four? And he said, well, Tottenham kind of get a lot of unfair credit, really. Unnecessary criticism. They're saying that, well, they're not in Europe, but Spurs have been in Europe for the past 14 years. And he says he can see Tottenham getting back in the top four next year. He can see Tottenham winning a trophy, and he believes he can be that man to refresh the squad and start a new Tottenham era, a more successful Tottenham era. And I'm extremely excited to see Maddison playing a Spurs shirt. He's well spoken, like you say, James, and he wants to be here. And he's also extremely talented football player, which is obviously necessary.
Yeah, exactly that, Jack. Jack, well said. Very well said. I love it. I love the interview. Guys, let us know what you thought of the interview in the comments as well below. Even if you have to comment 4 or 5 times. You know what? I sit when I'm on my breaks and stuff like that, and I just reply to them all. I love it. I love interacting with you guys. So whack it in the comments. Your thoughts on every bit of the talking point. Trust me, I read every single one. Andre, next talking point. We got a couple more, haven't we?
Yes, we do. The next one, kind of bad news here. Bryan Gil has undergone surgery. He's been injured, and yeah, he'll be out for about 2 months. And that, more than anything, if he were to be loaned out, that's kind of ruled that out, at least for now, until the winter window. Hopefully he recovers quick.
I think this is actually a blessing in disguise. Don't get me wrong, I wish him all the best. Hope he recovers very well. But I would rather see him not be loaned out, because I genuinely like seeing him off the bench. He's explosive. He creates problems on the wing. And he actually looked like one of our better players when he came off the bench under even Nuno at the start and under Conte sometimes. He genuinely was a bit of a bright spell. I rate him. I do think he's decent. Do I think he's starting level? No, I don't. But he's still young. I want to see him, A, bulk up a bit. I think everyone would agree with me on that one. And B, get some more minutes. But wish him all the best, and hopefully he recovers well.
Yeah, he's exactly the type of material that Postecoglou would like to work with. Someone young, exciting, likes to drive with the ball, great one-on-one winger. I think he'll be really good. And like you say, James, could be a blessing in disguise, because I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a lot of minutes, especially in the cup games.
Absolutely. Spot on. All the best, Bryan. And hope to see you on the pitch in a couple months. Andre, next one.
Perfect. The next one, we've got Ndombele. Apparently, there's been Galatasaray interest. And again, I know that a lot of people were kind of debating between Ndombele, Lo Celso, and it looks like the news is mainly heating up for Ndombele now. Personally, for me, I've always thought this guy's getting paid way too much money. So that's fine. Discussions are ongoing to see how a deal can be made. And, I know people are rating him to have his revival. I know Jack's a big one on that one, but on my end, I'm just kind of been done with this ever since he walked off the pitch with that attitude.
Oh, 100%. For me, just very quickly, I mean, we talked about Ndombele. We've had a number of clubs interested in him. I've got to the point where it's just like, if he wants to go, please go wherever. I think Galatasaray is a perfect club for him. A lot of players that have sort of reached their peak and over seem to go there. You got like some players that you spend in the Premier League there in that Turkish league.
We've got Zaha, Zaniolo. They're building an exciting team over there, James. And the fans absolutely adore these stars who are coming in. So, to be honest, Ndombele probably is the type of player that needs that love. And they see how talented he is. He could end up doing really well there.
But it could be like a Dele Alli where he went to Besiktas and got a load of stick when he was not playing very well. They're very passionate. So
different clubs, but like you say, they are very passionate and they probably do want people who are going to give everything to the badge. And maybe Ndombele isn't quite going to do that, but time will tell.
Yeah. I mean, which fans don't want players that are going to give their all to the club, no matter how big, no matter how small. So wherever he goes, I just hope that he is smart about it because, yeah, what a letdown for us. No offense to him. All respects as a person, but as a player, yeah. Best of luck.
Cool. And then finally, like we promised at the start of the video, if you guys have got to this point, we've got a bit of a special treat for you. We are going to review Veliz. Actually, Andre, first, do you want to give the news?
Yeah, so ALEJO VELIZ, it just came out of nowhere. Looks like he's agreed to personal terms with Tottenham. And very exciting, 19-year-old, very young Argentinian player. He plays for Rosario Central right now. The big thing being that they've set up a long-term contract. Details still undetermined at this point, but there's still negotiations with the club. And it's, lower tier sources are even saying this could be the biggest transfer that Rosario Central has ever had. So very exciting. Hopefully he lives up to the potential that it seems like he has, along with what we are going to take a look at right now.
Let's see it. Let's see it, Andre.
All right. So let's take a look here at some of his clips. It seems like he's got good aerial possession here.
From one video, we can already tell he's the new Harry Kane. Get him signed.
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of how Suarez was in the box, Luis Suarez. These are the kind of oh, bloody hell. That was
Watch
close.
this. Oh, no, but just quickly to add to that, I've seen multiple clips circulating recently. The passion he shows in Argentina, they take their football so seriously. And as soon as he scored that goal that was so close, he jumped on the barriers, shook the net, and all the Argentinian fans were going crazy. And that's some of the passion we require at Tottenham. So,
look at
Andre.
Romero.
Yeah, like Romero, exactly. And like you say, he seems extremely aerially dominant. He's a good finisher, clearly. Yes, it's the Argentinian league, but this Gabbianini has made some fantastic recruitment so far, and I think he's been highly praised. I think he was actually the ex-Watford scouting talent, and he brought in João Pedro from Fluminense in Brazil, and he brought in Richarlison, and he obviously sold them for massive fees. So clearly he has got an eye for talent, and I hope this is one that could do very well, because it's a big fee really for a young player, but it's also an opportunistic buy.
Yeah, 100%. Good finisher, very good finisher. Guys, let us know what you're thinking about this guy. Smash it in the comments. Please, like I said, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Jack and Andre, you've been great. And guys, we'll see you very soon. As always, come on, you Spurs!